This is my fresh old school RuneScape account, straight off of Tutorial Island, where my one goal is to complete everything. But after only ever being a level 3 skiller, I have no PVM experience, never had a quest cape, never done any bossing or any raids, and I've never even maxed an account. So I am now exploring the land of Gillinor to take on everything. Quests, combat tasks, achievements, and even the collection log. Welcome to RuneScape's 100% completion. My skills are currently extremely low, with a lot of the endgame quests, elite clue scrolls and content locked behind some of the skills. I think it's time that I finally get my levels and skilling up quite a bit, but along the way I should also be able to get a few collection logs. I think the plan that I'm going to do is just work on the skills one by one and go down in order. So the first skill that I'm going to start with is mining. Now I think I am going to work on shooting stars for now, as I do need 5,000 stardust to complete the collection log for it. So I do now have 3,000 stardust, meaning I can go get my first collection log for shooting stars. And that is a new collection log unlocked, being the Celestial Ring, leaving me with just the star fragment left to complete the shooting stars green log. Now the star fragment was the one that actually cost 3,000, so I do now only need 2,000 more stardust to complete it. I've now got the 3,000 stardust that I needed to get my last collection slot for shooting stars. It did also put me from 52 to 60 mining, and also given me a total level of 1,500. And that is a new collection log, being the star fragment, making the shooting stars collection log now green logged. So now I do think I am going to go over to Motherlode Mine and start working on some collection logs for that. So I did decide to unlock the upper floor as well as the upper hopper before I bought anything for the collection log, just because it will make it much easier. But I do think that I'm going to go for the gem bag first, so I need 100 golden nuggets in total for the gem bag. That is 70 mining coming in. And that is a new collection log, being the frog token. It's the first time I've had the frog random event. And that is a new collection log, being the gem bag. Now I think before I actually go for the coal bag, I am going to go for the outfit first. And that is a new collection log, being the prospector boots. And that is a new collection log being added, the prospector helmet. And that is another new collection log, being the prospector legs, leaving me with just one more piece of the outfit to get. And that is another collection log, being the prospector jacket, meaning I now have the entire outfit as well as the gem bag, so I only need the coal bag left to finish Motherlode Mine's green log. And that is 80 farming coming in. And that is another new collection log, being the coal bag, meaning I have now also completed the Motherlode Mine collection log. Now, I am just under 79 mining, so I think I'm going to go over to Volcanic Mine and start working on the collection log for that. And that is a new collection log, being the Volcanic Mine Teleport. And that is a new collection log, being the large water container. Now, this minigame is actually horrendous, I can't even lie. And that is 80 mining coming in. Now, on my way to 80 mining, I did manage to complete the Motherlode Mine collection log. And I am also 6 out of 8 on the Volcanic Mine collection log, but I will come back and finish that at a different time. Now the next skill I am going to work on is smithing. And the Giant's Foundry does have 9 items in the collection log, which I can go and complete. Hopefully I can finish this before 80. So I have unlocked all the molds within Giant's Foundry, so now all I need to do is work on the collection log. And that is my first collection log, being the smithing catalyst. And that is another new collection log, being the Kovacs Grog. Now, I think I am going to go for the full outfit first before I do any of the others now. And that is 70 smithing coming in. I can now finally upgrade to adamantite bars. And that is a new collection log, being the Smith's Boots. And that is another collection log, being the Smith's Gloves. I think going for 80 in all my skills now will take a bit too long, so I think what I'm actually going to do is just get the requirements for every skill that I need to do to complete every single quest left that I have. So I am going to leave my smithing at 78 and then move on to fishing. Now with fishing, I do need level 62, so I only need to get 10 more levels, but I first want to go and get the outfit. Hopefully, fishing trawler doesn't take me that long to get the outfit. That is a new collection log, being the Angler's Top on trip number 19 as well. That is another new collection log, being the Angler Boots on trip number 40. A new collection log, being the Angler Waders on trip number 58. And that is my last piece of Angler, being the Angler Hat on trip number 77. So now that I have finally got my full angler set, I am going to do Temperos until I hit 62 fishing. And that is a new combat task, dressed like you mean it. I believe for completing a Temperos game whilst wearing the full angler outfit. Now I have just hit 61 fishing, meaning I can now use the dragon harpoon. And I still need 3 more combat achievements for Temperos, and since I can now solo it a lot easier, I'm now going to finish off the rest of the combat achievements for Temperos. And that is a combat task completed called Why Cook for getting 10 total permits in one game. And another combat task completed, the Lone Angler, for completing Temperos solo without getting hit by any of the torrents or fires. Leaving me with just one more combat achievement left for Temperos, which is to attack Temperos from both sides by loading both cannons on both ships. I need to shoot one fish from this cannon, another fish from this cannon, and now run all the way around the other side. Now shoot from this cannon, and shoot from this cannon. And that is a combat task completed, fire in the hole, and that is now every single Temperos combat achievement completed. And that is 62 fishing coming in. Now, I did manage to get myself 145 permits, so before we move on to the next skill, I am going to claim these and hopefully get some nice collection logs. I unfortunately didn't get any new collection logs, but it is what it is. I'm now going to go get 70 cooking, which shouldn't take me long whatsoever, as I'm just going to make wines. That is 70 cooking coming in. I now need to work on getting 75 fire making, which I'm going to do at Wintertot to try and get some collection logs as well. I do also want to try and complete the rest of the combat achievements that I need to get for Wintertot, just so it's done. That is a new combat task completed, leaving no one behind. And that is a new combat task completed called Mummy for healing a pyromancer. And that is another combat task completed called the Wintertot Novice. And another called Y-Fletch for getting 3,000 points in one game. The only combat achievement I have left is the Wintertot Champion, which is to subdue the Wintertot 10 times. And that is my last combat task completed called the Wintertot Champion. Meaning I have now completed every single combat achievement for Wintertot. And that is 75 fire making coming in. Now, I do have 150 rewards that I can cash in at the reward cart, so hopefully I can get a few collection logs. And that is my first collection log, being the burnt page. There is another collection log, being the warm gloves. And there is my third collection log, being the pyromancer garb. And there is the fourth collection log, being the pyromancer hood. And that is all my rewards claimed. Now, I did get 4 out of the 10 collection logs within Wintertot, and I also got 3 warm gloves. But now, my next skill that I need to do is woodcutting, and I need to get that to 71. Now, I do have quite a lot of anima-infused bark already, so I believe I can get at least 2 collection logs now, maybe 2 parts of the outfit. And that is a new collection log, being the lumberjack boots, and another collection log, being the lumberjack hat. And that is a new collection log, being the lumberjack top, and another new collection log, being the lumberjack legs. And that is 71 woodcutting coming in. Now, after buying the lumberjack outfit, I still have another 13,600 bark that I can use to get some more collection logs. And that is a new collection log being the forestry boots, and another new collection log, the forestry hat, and another being the forestry legs, as well as the forestry top, completing the entire forestry outfit. And that is another new collection log being the Twitcher's gloves. Now, I need to get 70 herb lore, which I want to do by doing mastering mixology so I can earn some collection logs, but I can't do mastering mixology until I get 60 herb lore first. And that is 60 herb lore coming in, meaning I can now go and do mastering mixology. And that is a new collection log being the prescription goggles. And that is 70 herb lore coming in. Now I need to go get 72 thieving. But before I go and do that, I need to go to Rogue's Den to unlock the entire Rogue's outfit. And that is my first Rogue collection log being the Rogue mask. A Rogue kit. It's my second one in a row. And that is my second piece of Rogue's outfit being the Rogue's top. And that is another collection log being the Rogue trousers. And another piece being the Rogue boots, now leaving me with only one more piece of the outfit to get. And that is the last piece of the Rogue equipment being the Rogue gloves. And that is 72 thieving coming in. I now need to get 70 crafting. But with all my time spent at Sarachnos, I do have a lot of uncut gems that I can use. And that is 70 crafting coming in. Now my next skill is fletching, which I do need to get up to level 60. And I think I am going to go and do the Veil Totems minigame. I'm not sure if I will get any collection logs getting to 60, but we'll see. And that is a new collection log being the Ent branch. And that is 60 fletching coming in. The next skill that I need to work on is runecrafting, where I need to get 60. So I think I'm going to go to Guardians of the Rift and hopefully get some collection logs from there on the way to 60 runecrafting. And that is 60 runecrafting coming in. Now getting to 60 runecrafting has also given me 100 reward searches from the Rewards Guardian. And that is a first collection log being the Abyssal Pearls. And another new collection log being the Intricate Pouch. And a new collection log being the Catalytic Talisman. A new collection log, the Abyssal Red Dye. And the Abyssal Lantern, not even that many searches after. And that is all my rewards searched. Now leaving me with one more skill that I need to level up, which is construction, and I need to get that to level 70. Now, I'm not going to do this via Mahogany Homes just yet. I am just going to do it the standard way to get it done as quick as possible. And that is 70 construction coming in. I now have all the skill requirements to go and complete the rest of the quest that I need to do. So I can then go and finally claim that quest cape. Now it's time to run the giveaway to see who won the bond. Congratulations, Elson C. I will get in contact with you once this video goes live. I am also giving away a membership bond to one person who subscribes to the channel and smashes a like on the video. You will then need to comment your RuneScape name down below in the comments. I will then spin a wheel for the winner, giving it to one of you when the next video comes out.